Guys, what's going down? This is Ash here from NTV Studios. I am bringing you another live stream inside of the city, where today we are going to do a little bit more building. So I've got to be a bit more quieter today because some people are, my little sister's trying to sleep, so I might be a bit quieter than usual, but I will still live stream for you guys because you guys like to see a daily live stream. But I might live stream sweet. Yeah, I might live stream a bit later again tonight where I can use my full voice and like talk normally. You should still be able to hear me though. It's not like I'm gonna be like mega whispery or anything like that, but I might just be a tidgy, small, tiny, maybe like a tiny bit more quieter. So we now have a full square around the whole city, so you can see every single little detailed thing around the map, and it looks absolutely amazing. So it actually means, like, even though we've only built this, we've still got all of this space to put like the airport. We've got a load of space to do the ocean. So we're gonna have a beach. We're gonna have a beach on this map. This map's going to be dedicated to the beach, so the sea will be somewhere on this map. The beach itself will probably be at the bottom of this item frame, so I can have a pretty biggish ocean, and then I can do like some, like, because I want to do some boats on it. Like, I want to do like, so when you fly out to sea, I want to make it so you can actually see some boats. So like if you fly out for a distance, so like I want to do it realistically. So when you first fly out to the sea, you see maybe like the odd yachts and odd fishing boats, and then as you get a little bit further more out, you might see some more bigger boats which are going to which are going to take you to other places, you know, like big cargo boats and maybe some like big sort of passenger boats. I don't want to do a cruise ship because I think that takes too long to do a cruise ship. I want to do more like a ferry kind of boat, not a fancy posh cruise or anything like that. I just want to do like a ferry. So I'm going to do the terminal in this corner, and then in this corner I'm going to do the airport where there'll be planes and things like that, and you'll be able to get planes to the Isle of Steve if you want. You'll be able to go to other places in other countries, not just the Minecraft country, so you can sort of like see how things are gonna go, how things are gonna look like that. So what have I been working on, guys? What have I been working on? Well, first of all, Ant has been working Ant's been working on a IKEA, which looks pretty sick, and I think it's kind of in a pretty amazing looking place because it's sort of just as you start to go to the industrial area. So you're not quiet at the industrial place, but kind of just as you're entering the skyscraper area, you've got this huge looking IKEA which looks sick. Like, it's just there. So like as you come off the highway, you've got this big IKEA here, and as you can see, we've got this building here, this circular one, which isn't that tall, so it kind of represents that you're leaving the skyscraper area, which is kind of the same with these. You get these buildings here, they're not as tall because you're sort of leaving the area. You've got like still the odd tall building, but you're kind of transitioning down into that other area. So they're working on the IKEA, and I've been working on something else which has been needed to be worked on for quite some time, and I'm glad to announce that I finally got back to working on it, and I've definitely got a final plan for it. So like what it is, what you see now is what it is. and it's looking pretty good. It's definitely looking somewhat more like a traditional realistic bridge. So I've been working on this brown bridge here, and as you can see, I've got this going through here. We've got the other archway put in. Looks nice. So all we need to do really now is do the design at the other side, and then all we really need to do left now with the bridge is the design at the other side, which we know how it goes, so it's pretty simple to do. It's not hard or anything to do. And then all we've got to do is copy this side. So when I say copy it, I can't make it exactly the same. That's just simply because the bridge doesn't directly go straight down after the edge, so we've got to kind of like make it like start getting lower, kind of like this, but in its own time. So after the bridge here, as you can obviously see, it goes straight for quite a while. So I'm gonna have to do like a straight thing, and then I'm gonna have to start bringing it down into this side of the city. This road's only a 3, so that's like this one's a 5, but that's still all right. So then all I've got to do is now, because this one's obviously down, I think this one's the first one. So all I need to do here, this is like pretty simple to do, by the way, if you were wondering, is just bring this here. So this will be the end. Then you've got the yellow, which will go around like that, and then you just literally more or less bring this across. So you don't get a great deal of space at the bottom of the bridge before you have to stop, but there is going to be a small chance for you to obviously just get slowed down from coming down the bridge, stop, then decide where you want to go. So this way is going to more head you towards the docking and industrial area, so you'll still have a lot of shops, but the other side where the airport is going to be, well, sort of going up from the middle in between the airport and the sort of like docking space, is going to be sort of like the fun side of the seaside, the reason why you go to the seaside, the rock shops, I want to do the Blackpool Tower. And this is probably going to make people's jaws drop, and it's probably going to make people say F off helping you with that. But when I did the last Blackpool Tower, I literally just built the tower. So what I want to do in this map is build the whole entire building with the ballroom, everything. So I'm going to probably look on Google Earth or Google Images and build the whole entire Blackpool Tower building, as well as just, instead of just putting the tower on top of a building. So I'll probably do the whole entire thing, and then try and build the tower on the top so it looks pretty nice, looks pretty good, and then that'll be like it'll be probably the main attraction of this city. Like a good reason for people to come to Los Ashlees as well is to probably go ahead and sort of basically see the Blackpool Tower at the seaside. So this city is going to be huge. Like this city is going to be like absolutely massive when you consider like all the housing areas, the shopping areas, the seaside, the houses on the hills. It's going to be absolutely massive. I'm just so pleased with the progress what's gone down though. Like even just recently, like over the past week, it's just grown a ton as the map, like doing the SCS and the train station. Even since coming back to this area, I mean, when was it? When would it be? It would only be like, it wouldn't even be that long ago. It'd only be like the end of last week when we started coming back to this area, and look at it already. Look at it. I mean, we've got buildings going down here. Now I know you could probably just suggest that I just play this game quite a lot of time, which is why so much is getting done, but it is just such amazing to get the city grind done. I mean, I don't even hardly touch survival, and I find survival boring. But this, nah, man, this is just amazing. Like, I can't imagine what this would be like in like years to come time, like in a year's time. So like, say like this time next year, just imagine what the map would be like if we're still building on it, which hopefully we are. Now, the other day, yesterday, there was some crashes on it. There was a crash on it yesterday, a couple of crashes. There was a crash when I first joined the world, and then there was a crash again a little bit after I joined the world. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to save a bit more regular. So the build team, the people who help on the map regular, are also going to have to remind me to save if they're working on something good and they don't want to have to lose it. Because it's going to be, sometimes if I'm busy doing things, I don't always get a chance to save, but you never know when the world could crash. The world is at that point now, because the world used to crash, and I think what it was is the world used to crash when it started to get a bit big, and then it sort of like got to the point where the system could cope with it. But now it's starting to get even more huge again, like it's starting to get like giant. I think the world's starting to crash again, which I think it's stupid really, if you ask me, because the Minecraft on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, they made the ability for you to have a bigger world, so people who enjoy doing things like creative and survival can explore more. But if you're building bigger and it's causing your world to crash and corrupt, why would they not fix it? If they, why would they allow you to extend your land further if you're just going to get corruptions when you're building? Because Mojang or whoever was working with Minecraft when they extended the world size must have known that there's going to be a ton of people who build cities and build creative worlds for theme parks, big castle worlds, like modern day cities. They must have known that people are going to want to extend their cities or build giant cities and use the extended space. So if it's going to crash, why did they not fix it? That's what I don't get. That's just something I don't understand. But we just have to basically keep an eye on the world a bit more. Just make sure that nothing bad's going to happen to the world. I mean, I'm pretty 100% certain, unless the world corrupts itself and I can't get back on the save game for whatever. But then I'll just go back onto a copied save, which, I need to make a new copied save. Or if the world has a crash, the least which is going to happen, which it still can be pretty annoying and it still can piss a lot of people off, but at the end of the day, all you're going to do is lose a little bit of saved work, which compared to losing the whole city would actually be really annoying, Like if you built a shop or started filling in a roof on a stadium, I don't know about you, but I think I'd rather just lose that than the whole map, because you can refill in the stadium roof if it doesn't save, but the actual map itself, if the map doesn't save itself, then you can't save it. You can't go back to it, should I say. So in my opinion, it's stupid really. Like, you may as well just lose a bit of save data than lose the whole map, because I don't know if you guys know, but I don't have autosave on the world, and the reason for that is if your world crashes, if you get one of them things what come up on the screen saying an error has occurred, if you basically have autosave on, when you come back onto the world after a crash, the chunks take 10 times longer to load, because they're trying to restore everything from the crash. And if the world autosaves without that chunk, then you basically lost that part of the map. So basically, a world loads in chunks. So basically, you could get like, when you spawn into a world, you get like a big part of the map which hasn't loaded in, and you've got to fly into that big part of the map for the chunks to load in. So if the world auto saves with that chunk not loaded in, it's going to think that there's nothing there. So basically, if say like half a building's not loaded in, so say this building hadn't spawned in, the world would cut from this building and it would cut a huge chunk from so far, like I would maybe easily say to the other end of the river, and then it would then cut half of something else. So you would then lose that chunk if you had autosave on. Whereas if you have autosave off, basically you don't lose a huge chunk. The only thing you can end up losing is a little bit of saved work if you haven't saved. And if you've saved quite recently, then you're pretty much, you're pretty good to go, which is it's pretty good. It's quite, it's quite good that happens, because then you don't end up losing like a big chunk. You only lose a little bit of saved work. Hello, welcome to the stream. So it's pretty good, in my opinion. I always used to have autosave on, and then a friend of mine called Folger told me that I should take autosave off because that's why you're losing chunks. So I lost a chunk, and ever since then, back on the last city, which was Noble City, I took autosave off and I saved manually. So sometimes the world would crash and I'd lose a bit of work I was working on. I'd be a bit peed off, but I wouldn't lose a great big chunk, and it would help me a lot better, because all I'd have to do is maybe rebuild a building, refill in a roof. And sometimes it's good, because sometimes if you lose a bit of saved work and then you think of an even better idea to go where you had that original building, it can work out really nice for you, and you can think, I'm glad it's saved, because if it hadn't have saved, I wouldn't have thought of this idea for the new building. I would have built the old building and it wouldn't have been nowhere near as good as what I've built now, just working on the shoe shop. But I have got something to show you actually. You saw the bridge last night because you were in the world itself, but I have got something to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Yep, it is. And was my voice sounding like this? I think so. There we go. Look at the map in the cathedral. Take it in open arms and look at it. It looks a beauty. It's like a little miniature city in the middle of this like huge land. It's still not completely even like the city is. There's a map there. Oh, sugar. I broke that map. I'm gonna have to go and get it back now. It looks sick though, that's all I'm gonna say. It's like a huge little square. I like it. Thank you. Good job I didn't have to go ahead and like refill in the whole map. At least I could just open one out and, bish bash bosh. Real good nosh. You've nearly filled all up. Yeah, I've nearly filled up one map. So like this map here. This one here, which I'm twizzling around, that's nearly one whole map filled. And then this map here, that's got all of that filled on it, so there's still quite a bit to go on this map, but you can see this one's starting to get pretty big. This map here just has the stadium on it, and as you can see that map there just has that on it. Nothing much. and then that there's got part of the stadium. So this map's the biggest, this middle one here, but the other maps are starting to get a bit, some of them are starting to get a tidgy bit bigger. So, and then I just going round the outside. So up at the top is going to be the beach. So like on this last map, about halfway through this item frame, there's going to be a big ocean going like all the way across, and then the ocean is probably maybe going to run down the side as well a bit, maybe. That's only a maybe though. And then in this corner I'm going to have the airport, so like up this part of the map, going out towards the sea. So like the edge of the airport will be right near the beach, right near the sea. And then right at the other side is going to be the docking area, so that'll be like where you catch a boat to another country, where like big cargo boats go. Be like huge, a lot of containers. There might be a train track what runs there with a cargo train on it. You know, it'll be that like really big looking place. And then in the middle of the sea there's going to be a little fishing harbour for like fishing boats, where you can pay to ride a pirate ship. Then there's going to be all the beach stuff, the fancy shops, the hotels, the cafes and restaurants for fish and chips. So you'll really see. But this is kind of like your downtown area where we are obviously at the minute, so it's going to take a while to get there, but we are getting closer. And especially by working at this side of the map a bit more, doing some more shops and things, it is allowing us to get that little bit closer to where we want to be, where we want to be working on and what we want to be doing. So it's quite good. It's quite good to think we can get there. Anything new in the map? Not really, apart from I've just been working on that bridge a bit more, which I'm going to work on a little bit later. Ant's also been working on at IKEA, which I'll just go and show you. Apart from that, nothing really that new since yesterday, if I'm honest with you. There is going to be more stuff, obviously. Huh. So you can see that. Oh my god. I feel sorry for you. So I'm going to just help you fill in this last bit of roof. I've been doing the shoe shop, and working on the bridge a bit and filling up the maps. Lol. Well, oh no, I wouldn't. It's kind of the roof / floor, isn't it? You sure? At least the actual, square building's done. You don't want a box around it. Oh. Oh wow, I just marked that out pretty sick. Without knowing. Nobody's going, no win. So I'll do 2 before the eye starts, then it's even at both sides. I just had an idea. Yeah, I'll see what you think. There's definitely room for it to fit, but it might be quite long. That's the only... That might be the only, like, issue with it. Other than that, I think it might be. Because it's like a furniture shop, innit? What? What? No. Yeah. Oh. Can't do it, that's it. Yeah, I don't know how well it works though. It might not work that well. Oh, stop. I hate it when the slabs don't. Yeah, make your right home. Don't look too bad. I'll tell you what we need to do though. We need to work out the highway going up. Thank you, Linners. Good point. It reminded me to save the game. It doesn't crash loads, it's just you never know when it'll crash. Like, obviously there isn't a message saying warning this game is going to crash, save now. What's this? What's this now, what you're writing? B. Yeah, it did. It crashed twice, I think. Yeah, it crashed when you first joined, remember? And then it crashed after you got that autoplay done. Person on the stream. Oh, bye. Lol. Wait, is it going to say buy and sell? Oh. Okay then. Me. I had hiccups. No, you'd know if I was laughing. I'd be more like or something. Don't be. KK. I don't know if Ant minds me doing this, but I hate a building which doesn't have windows. Shh, don't tell him about the teeny. Don't tell him about the teeny window at the front. Just at the front. You might like it anyway. You know, I wasn't gonna go like massive. But I have an idea. Just to do like one at the front where you enter. And then obviously keep the rest of the building. Yeah, that's all I was doing. No, just near the entrance. You might like it anyway. Oh, really? I see why I wouldn't have guessed it. Yeah, I heard, but I didn't know why. Obviously. Hi. You seen what I've done? Yeah, in the window. I've got an idea with the window as well. Hopefully it'll allow me to do it. Hey? Why? Oh, that's how you do him, is it? The hell? It's fine. Oh, I'll have to... Yeah, I was gonna. But I'm gonna have to make everything just one higher in a second. It's fine though. Oh. Wait, maybe not. What you say? Aye. So do I in a way, but it'd never work. It does. Hey? I know. I know. I'm lucky to be live streaming, really. Well, I always live stream every day and I'm not gonna stop just because. Yeah, pretty much. Good job your voice isn't shared. Wait, just before... Go on. Aye. Just before we say, can you hear any music electronic? Why you... Oh good, that's good then. Why am I lucky? Oh, because I've got a little sister who's asleep and, well, she has a skip in an afternoon and I usually, well, I would have waited till later on, but I've sort of like been talking and not whispering for a while, and I kind of figured, well, if I'm doing this and everything's alright, then why don't I just do a live stream like I usually do? Nope. I can though. Hey, we could do this, you know what? I can still listen to music and live stream. And all you have to do is play it. And you're not playing a bad song either, so... Yeah. That's what I mean. Did someone shout? No, that's it. I might play my... Yeah. Sick tunage, bro. Did you skip track 2 or something? Oh, have you got it? Oh, fair dues. Aye. So what's next? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fair dues. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What's that building besides IKEA? This one. If you're on about this one, then it's going to be like some arena kind of thing inside, like an indoor go-karting track or something. Hmm. Have you seen what I've gone and done, Ant? Uh, yeah. Aye. Show me how. Whoa. Hmm. Lol.